That's one dish. Steamed fish. There's another one. There is another one. And ginger chicken tofu. And so that is dinner for 4 days. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are looking for inspiration or motivation for meal prep, please join me at the beginning of each week where I prepare meals for the week. It's very easy to prepare meals. So number one, what you need to do is work out your program. So what meals you want to cook for the week. Number two, buy groceries for those meals and prepare. That's it. Preparation makes the cooking process much easier, and you can do it by yourself, or you can include your family. People can chop onions or peel potatoes or whatever it is that need to be done for meals. Get your kids involved, get your husband involved, and you will see how quick meal prep goes, but also how much time meal prep is going to save you, so you can have that time to spend with your family on a daily basis. You have time for the gym or whatever extracurricular activities you and your family have. You can spend that time on them. Without further ado, let's start meal prepping. You are not going to see my face. I want you to see the produce and the pots and pans. So let's start. So our first dish, what I've prepared here is some green onions, tofu. So I have fried off the tofu, just pan fried with a little bit of olive oil. And then I have deboned 900 grams of chicken legs, and that's what I'm going to use for this dish, plus our ginger. This is, I think, it's 60 grams of ginger or 50 grams of ginger. So the name of this dish is ginger chicken tofu, and it is a Thai dish that I've learned from my Thai friend. Let's do this. So here's your pan. Let's put that on high. I need a little bit of olive oil, probably a tablespoon, not a lot. And then all you do is add your chicken to your pan. Spread it out a bit. And so now we get our first dish going. I'm not going to cook one dish at a time because this has to brown, so we can move on to dish two. Dish two is gonna be fish with tomatoes and onions. The onions I cooked also already, and the onions are cooked in sesame seed oil. So this is going to be more of a steamed dish. I'm not going to add more oil to my pan. So I just add the onions. Then we're going to add our fish. And on the fish, we only have salt, pepper, and cumin. And then we're going to add our cooked tomatoes. Tomato contains a lot of water, so it's going to allow the fish to steam. And all I'm going to do is cover that and turn my oven to, not my oven, but the stove to 5. Let's check on our chicken over here. We need salt and pepper here, lightly. We're just going to brown this chicken. Now we want to add the ginger. Add a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. And now we can turn our pan to 5, our plate to 5. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of water. Now we're just going to let this cook like this. And we add our tofu and our green onions. And the green onions you want to just chop roughly, like big pieces. Now I'm going to put it on 3 because we want this one just to simmer as the fish steams. Now I turn the plate to 3 on 3 so that the fish can steam slowly. That dish is basically done. Dish 2, this one is also just going to steam now. until it's done. Oh, it smells so good. So like Thai food. My husband loves, absolutely loves this ginger chicken tofu. He loves it. So those two dishes are going. Let's move on to dish number 3, which is also going to be quite easy. We're going to have chicken breast with spinach and cheese. So we're going to stuff the chicken breast with the spinach and the cheese. So first and foremost, the onions. And this is once again onions that I already cooked. And so I'm going to mix the onions with the spinach, make a nice mix here. This onions taste so good. We cook it in sesame seed oil, and the sesame seed oil is what people actually make down in the south here in Saudi Arabia. So you get it authentically from the owners down in the south. You see the process, how they make the sesame oil. And as you know, sesame oil is on the spectrum of olive oil, which means it is low in saturated fats. I have to obviously put pepper on my chicken and salt. As you can see, I butterflied the chicken. Now I'm just going to stuff it with this mixture. I have to find ways to incorporate veggies into our diet because my husband is a very lazy veggie eater, but I know he loves these onions. And so I just put it in that mix. Now we can put some cheese on there. This one is actually too thick. Oh, there you go. Lovely. Okay. And this is some goat's cheese, because this is the only cheese I can actually eat. So that's all you want to do with this. Let me just tie it with toothpicks. So our chicken dish is almost done, I think. You want a little bit of sauce at the bottom of the pan, so when you warm it up, then you still have a bit of sauce. This dish is done. I'm going to remove it. Just store it in the oven for now. And I think this one is also done. So our steamed fish with tomatoes and onions, that's also done. We can store that away. Tie it here. And this one I'm also just going to steam in the pan. So my pan, I can now put these guys in here. It's important that your onions is cooked already. The things that needs to be cooked is cooked. And you do this all on meal prep day, of course. That's how you start it off. So that's what we do over there. I actually need to put it closer together. And next, again, I have onions here and spinach. I'm going to mix it through. I actually want to use all the spinach. And then I'm going to use some more cheese. My love? Don't know if my husband's at the door. Use some more goat's cheese. And there it is. This dish is also done. I will put this on top of the breast, the stuffed breast now, and let that just cook through. And I'm not going to turn the breast pieces because it's more of a steam for this dish than a fry. We can cover this. I'm actually going to put it on here on the back so that it can slowly cook. So there it is, 3 dishes done. That's how I do my meal prep. I still have to do another dish which I will prepare now. I didn't prepare the ginger yet, so let me prepare the ginger before I come back to you. And for tonight, this is the first night, so tonight is usually pan-fried fish with mashed potatoes or a smashed potato cooked in the air fryer. Not the fish, the potato. So I'll get back to you with dish 4. All right, guys, let's prepare the last dish for the week, which is going to be fish and peanut butter oil with ginger and Chinese cabbage. It's almost like a stir fry, but I'm going to use a whole fish to do this. I'm not going to use fish cubes or smaller pieces of fish. So that's what we're doing here. So first we want to put some oil in here. That is 2 tablespoons of oil, peanut oil. And I know some people are now going to say, oh, look at the eyes of the fish. Oh, please. You eat fish all the time. My husband's here, just a minute. My love? It's you? Okay. I'm cooking and filming. Hi. Hi. I'm from that guy. Mm-hmm. We'll talk later about that. Okay. So let's prepare the fish. I think I need more peanut oil. My husband usually take a lot. That's maybe too much. It's okay. So I need pepper. And you will see we will have more fish dishes because that's what I can eat. I'm just going to put salt inside and on one side because we're also going to use a bit of soy sauce. So I don't want the food to be too salty. All right, let me come back to you when the fish is done because then I put the rest of the dish together. All right, guys, I'm so hot now. But I'm on to the last dish and let's finish it off together. Let me show you. First, we're going to remove the fish from the pan. And then I'm going to drain some of this oil, actually all of it for now at least. Then I'm going to put in some onions, ginger, 1/4 cup of soy. I just wanted to make clear that I am doing this to inspire you guys to meal prep, not to teach you guys what to cook. So now I'm going to take some of that peanut oil and add it to the pan because at the moment there's no oil in it. Lovely. You don't need to do this too much. And then we add our sauteed Chinese cabbage. Put it to the side so we can add our fish. Now I'm going to transfer the fish in there. And with meal prep, guys, you want to store your food in glass containers. Otherwise, it can maybe spoil or go off easily. I'm not sure about that, but I prefer glass containers for meal prep. So let's put the fish in here. Oops. And then I will cover the fish with this mixture so that the fish can now soak up all the sauce from this mixture. Next, we're going to store our chicken. So as you can see, I always leave a bit of juice at the bottom of my pan so when we warm up the food, it's not dried out. I'm going to try and move all of them at the same time. There you go, lovely. And you do want the sauce at the bottom. And then our next dish, let's see, we have our steamed fish here. Always love sauces. So that's our other dish. That's one dish. Can you see it? There's another one. There is another one. And still one in the oven. Ginger chicken tofu. And so that is dinner for 4 days. And like I said, on a Monday, day one, we have fried fish or something light, something in the air fryer, but still healthy with mashed potato or smashed potato or whatever. Let me also show you what proteins I prepare for the bread or for lunch, whether it's a sandwich or burger or we make a salad. Whew. I cleaned all the dishes. And so off to making vegetables, cooking vegetables. And so I believe in a pan of vegetables that should be in the fridge. And because I'm a veggie person, veggie and fish, and what's the other one? And chicken. So it's good to have veggies in your fridge for easy access. All right, so let's put these veggies in the fridge, in the oven. Zucchini, eggplant. That's it. Sprinkle some olive oil generously over the zucchini, over the eggplant. Let's put some salt over. Okay, that's it. Just a little bit of pepper. And in the oven. Next, I'm going to show you how I cook my okra without it becoming slimy. Here's my skillet. I need some olive oil. That's probably tablespoon here. And then I will put in some coriander seeds and cumin seeds. Just a teaspoon of each. Actually, a tablespoon of each of the seeds. I'm going to put more of the cumin. And you can add mustard seeds as well. And then last, we will add some turmeric. Half a teaspoon. So now I just want this to cook for a minute or so. Oh, and this is my okra. So here I have some prawns. And all I'm going to do is have these prawns. Just slice it in half so that it's not so big, so it's bite-sized. And we make prawn burgers. And you know a burger is not very big. So you want to take a few pieces of prawns with an egg over it, or 2 eggs as you prefer, and put that on your bun or on a sandwich. That's what we do with our prawns. We also use it for salads. So one day we will have a prawn burger, and the other day we will have a prawn salad. Then we also have, sorry, this is ready. Oh, you can smell it. It smells so good. Let me just put in some turmeric. I also put in a pinch of sugar, brown sugar I put in. And now we want to cook this on high heat. And you just want to keep stirring this because you don't want it to burn as you're cooking on high. And when you do this, you want to use olive oil, sesame seed oil, avocado oil. I'm not sure about coconut oil. I do know it has a high burning point. And this I usually eat with tomatoes and onions. I still have onions. I'm not going to cook more tomatoes, so I will just eat this with the onions and the other veggies as a salad. And then I can add protein such as my prawns or chicken pieces. You just keep doing this until it's done. You cannot just leave it because there's no oil. And the okra is done. And that is the tip of your okra won't be slimy because you cook it on very high heat, on the highest heat. You do not want to cook it on low heat, but you have to keep stirring. Let me just finish halving these prawns. And if you wonder about starches I usually cook the night before meal prep day, just to get that at least out of the way. So a pot of potatoes I boil, because then you can make mashed potatoes, you can make smashed potatoes, whatever you want, right? Granted, you know what your main meals are going to be. So a pot of potatoes and a pot of rice. That's what I do as for starch. This is 400 grams of chicken, ground chicken. And then we also want to put in our prawn. Tablespoon of coriander, of cumin powder. Then we need some salt and pepper in the same year. Okay guys, we are done. There is the ground chicken and the prawns for salads and for sandwiches. On top of that, we do tuna and we do turkey as well. And so we have something for every day, and hot dogs as well. And this is for lunch and lunch slash, sorry, breakfast slash lunch, because we don't eat breakfast, but we do eat lunch. That's all that I usually prepare for us. All right, guys, we are done for this week's meal prep, which is the week of January 19th till January 2023 or 23rd. I meal prep every day. Sorry, not every day, every week. So I will see you at the beginning of the week once again. I have been doing this for a long time, and that's why I stick to it, because it works for me and my family. We like to free up our weeknight. So whether we work or don't work, we do not like to cook. We do like to go for a walk or do a workout in the gym, then come home, eat, shower, and spend time together. This really, really just free up time for us. Plus, it is a money saver because you are not going to try and buy food on your way from home. Sorry, on your way from work, because you can't even think about what to prepare. I will come on and share my meal prep with you guys every week, because like I said, I do this all the time. And the times when I don't feel like meal prepping, I will also let you know. So see you next week. Same time, same place.